What's your first bite of Thanksgiving dinner going to be?
I'm usually gonna go after the stuffing. I love stuffing. I could eat stuffing. I could bathe in stuffing. I love stuffing.
I agree. I agree that my first bite mentally is really going to be stuffing, but in actuality, my first bite is going to be turkey because I just feel like you have to start there.
I mean, yeah, you probably should start with the protein, fill you up. I mean, it's either gonna be the protein or the
I hate that.
um.
I can't. I don't know when we started referring to meat as protein. I don't know when that happened in society, but that has always driven me nuts. I hate it when you go to a restaurant and they're like, "What do you want your protein to be?"
Or like Chipotle is bad at that.
This to me is symptomatic of one of the big problems of society where we're constantly getting less but paying more. Oh, you're trying to make it sound fancy. What kind of protein do you want? But you're not giving me anything different than I had before. You're just charging me more money for it and calling it protein. I just don't. It's bothered me. It's always bothered me.
I mean, it's the way of the world, man. It's try to mask a pig with a dress. The pig's still a pig, right? Like,
I think
still a problem.
it's not bad. You actually haven't brought up your basement in a while.
Yeah, it's not much. I did get a treadmill recently. Been interesting.
Oh, you did? Have you
I
used
did,
it?
I have. I'm realizing I'm not going to call myself a runner or a jogger. I'm more of a wogger, like a walk jogger.
Okay, okay.
But it's much easier outside in the elements than it is on a treadmill just staring into blank space.
Oh, I could never like run on a treadmill. That to me is the most boring thing in the world. Why did you get a treadmill? You can just go outside.
Because I
Men
think it's
should not
cool.
men should not have treadmills. I'm perfectly fine with the fairer sex having a treadmill if that's what you want to do. Men should go outside and run. I don't personally care how cold it is. Unless we're talking it's negative 20s, you can go outside and run.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I mean, let's be honest. Say you wake up at 4 a.m. and you're
Okay.
supposed to go for a run that day, and it's single digits even, and then the wind makes it feel like it's zero, -5. You're Most people are not going to want to go outside.
Well, then you need to not be most people. You need to do what other people aren't doing if you really want to go ahead and get ahead on your fitness journey. You're already throwing the towel in, right? Like running inside on a
Well,
treadmill in your nice cozy house was nice and warm for little baby John because she doesn't want to get cold or have to like go up the hill.
or you could have just been a supportive friend and been like, "That's great, man. Good for you." Any movement is good movement.
Any movement is good movement, but look, I'm just telling you, I'm trying to be a supportive friend and saying, number one, you need to
I,
toughen up. You've had a problem over the last year of not being as much of a man as you should be. Okay?
according
There
to
has been
one person,
there has
according
been
to
the
you.
gradual wussification of you. It's been happening over the last year. You know it has. You've got to get back out there. And now you bought a treadmill so you can stay safe and warm in your basement, your cozy little basement. Probably going to have a blanket, get your little ice packs ready for after your 5 minute jog. You're going to need to ice up and take the rest of the day off. I'm just trying to help you out by saying, number one, you could have saved money. Number two, you could have corrected this problem that you've got. You got to remanify yourself. You got to get out there.
I mean, listen, I don't agree with anything you said, but I will say I could have saved money. Yes, that's the one thing that I will agree with you on.
Oh yeah, and I'm not one to necessarily like you got to do it because you're a man. It's really more about me being cheap. Like I'm not gonna buy a treadmill. I can run outside. It's free.
When do you think you'll stop being frugal?
Oh, I don't think ever. It's too much in my nature. It's too much in my nature. My grandparents grew up during the Great Depression. They passed that along to their children who passed it along to me. I'm actually probably the least cheapest one of my family, and I'm the cheapest person that I know.
Yeah, I am not. Money is a construct. We got it. Let's spend it. Can't take it with you when you're gone.
Well, you could pass it on to your children and give them a head start in life.
Nah, we're raising children. All right, they have supportive parents, which unfortunately is more than some have.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
so
Well, that's not.
that's where I'm at.
Would you ever start with dessert first? Would you ever actually start with dessert first?
No, not at Thanksgiving.
No, I don't think
I
so either. I always hear people talk about it, but I never see anybody actually do it.
I will say for the first time since I can remember having Thanksgiving meals, I will not have cranberry sauce at my table this year.
Why? That's to
I just
me is like you have to.
I just kind of realized that I don't really like it anymore, and nobody else. And it's just really my family that's there. Likes it. So why spend the $1.29 on ocean spray when I can clearly put that towards a treadmill?
They don't even like they don't even like the cheap stuff because the cheap stuff is way better than the expensive stuff. I don't care if you've got hand-picked cranberries from Vermont or wherever they grow cranberries. Like I'd rather have the 99-cent can of ocean spray that expired a year ago.
No, I mean they don't like the canned stuff. They don't like the actual stuff. It's fine because I don't I don't know. I would rather waste the calories on something else on the table. Just like why do you need mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes? Just make one kind of potato.
Because America. People like
Exactly.
different things. Like people like different things. It's called being courteous to your guests.
America.
I think for Thanksgiving, we're going to do a different Thanksgiving and just get like pizza and cheeseburgers. I'd much rather have that.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's places that are open. I mean, I'm sure I know there is.
Or you could make it yourself as well.
I mean, when's the last time you made from scratch pizza?
I've never made from scratch anything in my damn life. I don't
Exactly.
I think the most, I don't even know if I've made a cake. I don't think that I've really made anything more complicated. I don't know if I've ever made anything with more than 4 ingredients in a recipe. I really don't think so. Spaghetti. I'm just a firm believer of I'm not going to spend more time cooking something than I am eating it.
I mean, and that's, I mean, yeah, some people enjoy cooking. They enjoy it all. Not you.
No.
And by the way, you didn't make from scratch spaghetti, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I bought
exactly.
the noodles. Yeah, no, I just boiled it.
Just wanted to make sure I put that out there. Because the way you said it implied that you had made spaghetti when you meant you just poured it into boiling water.
Right, I just boiled it into boiling water. I don't think that I've ever I don't think that I've really made anything outside of pancakes in which I had to measure something. I'm just not doing that.
Which, by the way, your pancake is a cake, by the way. I've seen them.
I make a mean pancake. But listen, can we ask the other question? Did anybody fart in your office this week?
I mean, I'm sure they did. I mean, I had the usual suspects that did it and then said, "Hey, I did it." So yeah, it's fine.
Good.
Though,
good. Shout out to those people. Could you put them at the top of the shout outs, please?
No, I will not. And I will say that more people in my office listen to this podcast than I thought because I had multiple people approach me. One of which I had no idea even knew my name from a different part of the building and was talking to me about that segment. So
I hope people fart. Did anybody put the name Fartbox on it? Or are they worried
No.
about HR? Yeah,
probably worried about HR.
Yeah, you can't really do that kind of stuff anymore. Like that's a trip to HR, and there's no real way to justify it. There's no way to just be like, "Why are you in HR?" Fartbox on John's office.
Fartbox. All right, let's give some shout outs here. We'll start with Sheila Burnett, Nathan Salas, Noel Potts, Forrest Whitaker. Saw that, had to pick that name out, though I'm 99.9% sure it's not the actor, though it would be cool if Forrest Whitaker was a supporter of the show.
Would you want to share a name with somebody famous?
No, I mean, I'm gonna say no, but I don't really care. I don't know if I would truly like it would matter to me.
I think I would find it annoying. Be like, oh,
I've always wondered, and I guess I could just Google search this, if like anyone in history has been named like.
don't say it. I know where you're
But
going.
you know exactly. You know what I mean? Like the most hated people that have come and gone throughout time. I wonder if anyone's ever been named them. I don't think they are, but
well, you certainly aren't naming them now. Like you certainly aren't naming that. You're not naming somebody with the initials AH now, but you have to think that in that time there had to be other people who also shared that name, because I wouldn't think that that's an uncommon name. So there had to be other AHs out there.
yeah, I mean, or like bad people who have like juniors. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Saddam Hussein Jr. Like
Adolf
oh
Hitler
boy.
Jr.
Yeah, go
Like,
boy.
what's your name? Yeah,
Yeah.
you would change it. And like the no judge
Yeah.
is going to be like, why do you? Oh, so Mister Mister Adolf. Oh, I see why you're here.
Yeah.
Yes, we grant you the name change.
That's probably one of those where you just go, you don't even have to come to court. We'll just change it right now.
Everyone just assumed, like they just changed it for you. You just got a letter in the mail one day saying your name has been changed. You're like, oh well, they took some initiative there. I'm glad to see that. I think it's actually illegal. I think it
what?
is over there. Okay, you keep going with the shout outs. I'll look it up.
All right, Waldo Carney, Wendy Smith, Jamie Greer, Rich Neal, Chan Berry, and Wendell Gaines. Appreciate all of you.
It is not illegal anywhere. Well, sorry, let me recorrect. It is. Some states have banned it, and it is against the law in Germany and New Zealand and several other countries, but it is not against the law in the United States. So it is illegal in some places to do it, but it's not the majority, because you would think people would have some fucking sense.
You would think. All right. This is the hot button issue entering this week. You're not going to like it, but we have to talk. Everyone's talking about it.
Okay, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, you do. Do you give a shit? And I say a shit about the Epstein Files being released.
Yes.
Oh,
not because
okay.
I think that it is going to change something, but I want to see how bad some people will still. Well, let me rephrase this. I don't think the release of them is going to change anything, but I'm fascinated to see, one, what's really in there, and two, the mental gymnastics that some people are going to do. Because you can already see some of the mental gymnastics that, like, well, you're not really a pedo if they're 16. There's already that narrative is starting to start where people are kind of somehow okay with certain behaviors now that are clearly not okay. So I'm fascinated to see what's in there and how far the mental gymnastics is going to go. And what would be eventually the straw that would break some people's backs? Like, okay, if there's a picture in there of him with someone that is clearly not 18 years old and he's clearly doing something, would that be enough? Like, how much would it take? That's what I'm fascinated by. I don't think it's ultimately going to amount to anything, but I'm fascinated to see.
I agree with you, and for two reasons. One, I think, who has been in possession of these documents, right? I think certain courts have them, and the DOJ has them.
Yeah.
They're going to be redacted as shit. And
oh, yeah.
Trump, I guess President Trump is how we should technically refer to him. When he, all of a sudden had a change of heart, that struck me as, well, someone briefed him and was like, listen, you're okay. Like, you're going to be okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think that it's, even though we just had a conspiracy theory researcher on here, this is one of those where it'd be like, do we really think that the truth is going to come out in those? Like, people's names really going to be left on there? The question that I would have is like, look, if you're not in, if I was actually advising him, I'd be like, you can't take your name out of every single thing. No one's going to believe that. So where are you going to keep your name in there? It's kind of like, have you ever been late to work? And you say, no, I've never been late at all. Like, you've been late a few times.
Yeah, I just, a far-right political blogger was saying this is actually going to boost his credibility. And it's an interesting take, and the reason I bring it up is, if it comes out that he wasn't implicit and he, there's nothing terrible in there, then what do people say, right? Like, it's okay, well, great, some documents were really, probably going to show other people being terrible humans, but not Trump, which, as we all know, that's why people want them released.
Oh, yeah, I want to see him. And do I think that it's going to be an accurate reflection of what people really did? Like, probably not. But it's definitely like, I don't think you go from absolutely don't release them to, yeah, go ahead and release them without knowing that maybe some changes have been made.
It's just insane. It's just insanity. All right, here's a random question.
Okay.
Have you ever been in a restaurant or in your home and animals just come in unannounced, unwelcomed? Has that ever happened to you?
No. I had a bird like fly into the house, but what kind of animals are we talking about? Like you just had.
Well, let me tell you a story.
Is it your house or a restaurant?
It was my house, and my daughter's. We were putting up inflatables.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bulls, and my daughters left the door open, and a squirrel got in here.
Oh, that's hard to get out. I'd much rather have a bird than a squirrel.
I will say I would have become an issue, but my dog.
Oh, so so somebody else had to take care of your problem. This is where you could have stepped up and been the man of the house. And once again, you didn't come through. And then you got a treadmill, and now your daughters think you're weak.
I ran right into the house. And by the time I'd run in the house, my dog had it cornered. And the squirrel didn't know what to do. I called my dog back. Squirrel ran right out the front door. Like,
oh, that's a good way. That's good.
Squirrel was like, fuck this. I'm not going to stick around for this. I have a pretty big dog. He's like 90 pounds. Pretty big. And I think he scared him a little bit.
Man of the house.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. He can be the man of the house.
I also have a dog that's fairly decent size, and like if somebody came into the house, I'm completely okay with the dog going after him first. Like let the dog warm him up, and then I can come in later.
I have absolutely no problem with that.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, so you got this squirrel cornered. Did you have a plan? Like, were you gonna try to grab it?
It was more or less. So it was kind of backed up against another door. And I was like, okay, if I can open that door, like it'll see outside and go. But instead, my first instinct was to get my dog into another room because I swear my dog was going to attack this thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised the dog didn't get up. Go for it.
So while he was like doing that, while I was trying to get the dog away, the squirrel booked it to where it came from. Because, of course, the door was still open.
Good. Yeah, kids, for people who may not have children, they do not shut doors. I probably say close the door 3 to 4 times a day. Like, close the door. It's constantly telling them to close the door. Like, if the dog had it cornered and the squirrel hadn't run out of the house, I don't really know what I would have done. Like, try to get it into a bucket? Try to kill it?
No, obviously you don't want to hurt it. It's more scared than you are. I was just trying to think, I told you, I didn't want my dog to devour this thing, which he's killed squirrels before in my living room. Like, that would have been terrible.
Wait, he's killed squirrels in your living room, or he would have killed the squirrel in your living room?
He would have killed the squirrel in the living room, and that's just a whole road I don't want to go down.
Yeah, that's a mess. I don't want to clean that shit up. Because that's the problem if you kill it. Like, I killed it. Okay, well, now you got to clean it up. Like, I don't really want to clean it up. So I would spare its life simply not to have to deal with the mess of it.
I mean, imagine that squirrel going back that night to all its friends. Like, I faced the beast, guys, and I won. It couldn't get me.
Well, you think that? Yeah, you think he's got a good story? It's like I went in there.
Oh yeah,
Huge thing in there. This is a top 5 that I want to do someday because I was thinking of this. But what animals do you think should be allowed to marry each other? Would you be okay with a fox and a squirrel marrying each other?
It's so funny you say that out of the blue. I was having kind of a weird day at work the other day, and I listen. I love my coworkers, but I could not get a second alone. I don't know if you've ever had days like that, but every time I was trying to get one thing done, someone else would come in. So halfway through the day, somebody came in, and I just looked at them and I go, "You ever think about 2 water buffaloes making love?" And they looked at me and they were like, "I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna walk out of here. I'll see you later."
Yeah. I've never done that before. I've never purposely said something really strange to get people to leave me alone. But good for you. Like, how quickly did they leave? But then, see, you're risking your reputation too much. Do you know them well enough, at least?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I kind of said it in jest, but then I did it after that to somebody, and that person got it. So I was like, I'm just gonna start using the water buffalo thing all the time because apparently it works. And water buffaloes should be able to marry each other.
Oh, yeah, same species can marry each other. Yeah, but I'm talking about different species. Like, can a fox marry a raccoon? I don't think so.
I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't had an animal marriage yet in this world.
Okay. We'll do that next episode. We'll do a top 5 animals that can marry each other.
Okay.
I don't think that birds and foxes should be mixing. You got to stay to your main, like fish and a rabbit. That's just love that can't be true in the society that we live in.
Well, I feel like, any fish with any land animal isn't going to work out.
Look, if you're in the water, stay in the water. If you're in the sky, stay in the sky. Leaves out the ostrich. Like, what's the ostrich and the penguin going to do?
I just want to say that with the Trump stuff going to be released, it's a shame that more people aren't reading the Amelia Earhart documents that were declassified, because those are fascinating. And if you haven't checked them out, you should, because you want to talk about a pioneer. Could you imagine flying an airplane around the world when she did it over 100 years ago now?
I mean, that is pretty crazy. Like, initially I was like, yeah, I mean, not that big of a deal. And then you think about it 100 years ago. Like,
yeah, where she didn't have, you didn't have the instruments. You didn't have anything. Just the wind and a prayer, like Bon Jovi would sing.
Well, I mean, it didn't work out for her, ultimately.
And also, I was wrong. It was 1937 she disappeared. So just about
okay. Well, she had already
100 years ago.
I'm not getting into a conversation with you about Amelia Earhart. Okay, that's one of those kind of things that, like, that's a mystery that has never really been interesting to me, because, like, what happened? Well, she died. She crashed into the ocean and died. That's what happened. Right? Like, that's one of those where the simpler answer is just the right answer. It's not interesting. It's not intriguing. It's not like she's in some deserted island, or she landed somewhere else, changed her appearance and became a man and ran for office or something like that. Like, no, she just crashed and died in the ocean.
Wow. Well, way to basically just sum up all the declassified documents into 2 sentences.
Yeah, that's what they found. What did they find in the declassified documents? Why were they ever classified? Why were they ever classified in the first place? Was it top secret national security? That's the real mystery. Why were they classified?
I always thought she was a Russian spy, but apparently I was wrong. So.
Oh, now that would be juicy. I just think that, like, it's the sad truth of the world, but also is comforting in some reason, and that the way is the simplest answer is always the answer. She a Russian spy? Nope, she just crashed and died in the ocean.
Yeah, it's always a simple answer. Like, that's the way it usually is.
Okay.
Speaking of simple, are you ready for a top 5?
Oh, that's where we're going. Okay, I thought you were going to say something else. I wanted to see what you were going to do there. I really want... Nope. Okay, also next episode, we're going to do something that my wife and I came up with. We're going to play various sounds and see if you can guess what they are. But not like a cow mooing. Like someone Like, I don't know. I'm going to find random sounds. See if you
Like
can
water
guess them.
buffaloes making love?
Anyway, are
Yeah,
you ready
let's
for our
just
top
move on.
five?
I've been ready.
For our top five is top five cities to be named after. Not necessarily saying the city is great or bad, just saying like the name is good. It's your number five.
We're going to start off in the West for me here. My number 5 is Denver.
Oh, okay. I don't really. Do you know anybody named Denver?
I know two. Well, they're younger. I mean, they're in my kid's school, but yeah, their names Denver. Their names are Denver.
Okay. That must be
Always like that
new.
name, Denver.
That's surprising to me, to be honest with you. I can't say I agree with Denver, mostly because the airport is terrible. Have you been to the Denver airport?
No, I don't think so.
There's all kinds of like conspiracy theories associated with the Denver airport. The real truth is it's the worst airport I've ever seen in my life. Like none, it's like somebody designed it but didn't know what an airport was actually supposed to do.
I mean, for those of us that haven't been there, like, what's some of the issues? Or the issue?
It's out in the middle of nowhere. The rental car is nowhere near where you need it to be. Everyone goes through one of two gates. So you basically have created a massive bottleneck. And then nothing is where it needs to be. It's like this is here and the other thing is all the way on the other side of the airport. It's just like, why did anyone design this like that? Like, this was all a bad idea. And nobody, I could go on about the Denver airport. It's terrible. My number 5 is Dallas. The only thing wrong with being named Dallas is you get associated with the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's kind of terrible, but Dallas is a good one. Dallas is a Yeah, I'm fine with Dallas at number 5.
If it wasn't for the Cowboys, I would have put it much higher. But you're just always going to hear about that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I feel like Dallas I think it's a strong enough standalone name that people aren't going to just go, Dallas Cowboys.
I think they might. I don't know. Most actually people I know who named her Dallas are women. I don't know any men named Dallas.
See, and I only know, except for Debbie does Dallas, which that's really a Debbie. But regardless, I can only think of men that I know that are named Dallas.
Oh, Dallas Page, Diamond Dallas Page.
Just stop. But that's a good one though. All right, my number 4 is Camden.
What?
Jesus, man, what? Over there, just Camden.
Why?
I like the name Camden. I think I don't know, I've just always liked the name Camden.
After like Camden, New Jersey, I think it's not really a great place.
Yeah, but you said it at the press of prefacing this top 5 that it doesn't necessarily reflect the city. It's just the name.
Interesting. My number 4 is Brooklyn. I think the best ones are ones that you forget that they're actually a place. Like, oh yeah, Brooklyn is a city or a borough or whatever it is. I don't know if it's a city or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I know one Brooklyn, and I'm just like, okay, fine. Okay. Do you know any Brooklyns?
I do. Three Brooklyns.
Three Brooklyns. Never mind. All right. We're just gonna move on here. My number 3 is Austin.
Oh, I think that should be higher, but that's a good one. I think that should be higher.
Famous song too by Blake Shelton. Austin, check it out.
Okay, I'll pass. I'll pass on that one, but I'll file it away for later. My number 3 is Orlando. But ironically, like, Orlando is my 3rd best and would also be my 5th worst.
Yeah, that's fair. Orlando's fine.
I like it, but I wouldn't want to actually be named that. I think anyone named Orlando would not want to be named Orlando if you've actually been to Orlando And you and I have lived in Orlando, so we know, like, oh, you really don't want to be named Orlando, but it is a good name. You don't really want to go there.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, once you're there, I think a week would suffice. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really need to spend
Yeah,
any
you
time
don't
there.
really need to go to Orlando. You could, like, okay, I've been there, and then just leave. Okay, it's number 2.
So I went way back for this one, but I love this name. And it happens to be a city in the great state of which you were born in.
Oh, you. What is this going to be? Lawrence?
Gaylord.
Gaylord is a city?
Gaylord, Kansas. Yep.
No one is named Gaylord. Actually, I think
Sure there is.
Gaylord, by the way. God.
Sure there is. It is I don't know, it's one of the it's a city that's what's north of Kansas? That's South Dakota? What's up there?
Nebraska.
Yeah, it's literally almost touches Nebraska, but Gaylord, Kansas. And so my number 2 is Gaylord.
Okay. All right. I mean, you're stretching. You're certainly
Population,
stretching.
87.
There's 87 people. Could you imagine? I know, being from Kansas, I grew up with a lot of people who are from very small towns. Like people you would meet in college, and like, I'm from a town of 10 people. Like, what? Yeah.
You're like, how the
oh my God.
You...
Why are you out there? You got to leave. My number 2 is Austin. I thought a lot about putting it as my number 1, but I ultimately went with something else. But Austin was my number 2.
Have you ever been to Austin?
Yeah, maybe. If I have been, I've only been through it, because I've been to Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, and I feel like you would have had to go through Austin at some point to get to one of those cities, but I don't remember anything about Austin.
I'm gonna have a 10-second ad for Austin. It is a great city, probably my favorite city in Texas, and I'm not even sure it's close, to be honest. It was awesome. I've been there twice. Every time I've been there, it's been fantastic.
What's your number 1?
So this is probably maybe a weak one, but I'm gonna go with it. Gary.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, Gary.
It's about as vanilla as you can get. But
God,
I was thinking
yeah.
I was thinking about, like, names, right? And I was stuck on Gary, which is Gary, Indiana, or Lincoln for Lincoln, Nebraska. And I'm like, there's not a lot of people that I know that are named Lincoln, but I know plenty of Garys, and I feel like Gary is the same person. Like, if you know a Gary, it's the same person.
Oh, yeah. That's why names like Gary, Carl, I couldn't imagine looking at a baby and being like, Gary. This kid's going to be named Gary.
Gary.
This kid's going to be, what's his name? Carl. Like,
Yeah,
I just couldn't imagine. Other names make more sense, but those are just the most generic, like,
Yeah, just meh.
And it's perfect. Gary, Indiana is just like Gary. Like, you wouldn't even know it's different from any other place in the world.
Oh my God, you're right. If for those of you out there, you do not have to go to Gary, Indiana, and that's not a slight against the town. It's just the name represents everything about the city.
You don't need to do anything. Let me look this up. What is Gary, Indiana famous for? Indiana.
Well, I could tell you that.
What do you think it's known?
Well, don't they have a couple of pretty big car plants there?
It was in history as a major center for the steel industry. So it's also the birthplace of the Jackson family, including Michael Jackson, who was born in Gary, Indiana.
See, there you go.
Okay.
Gary.
My number 1 is Savannah.
A
little bit different. You kind of forget it's a city. It's common, but different.
It's a beautiful name. Like, Savannah's a gorgeous name. I just don't know on my crazy eclectic list if I couldn't put it on the top 5.
You don't think it runs with the likes of Gary, Indiana?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Okay. What else you got? What's in your honorable mention? Because there's more than you. Once you start thinking about it, you're like, oh, there's a lot of them. I forgot about Lincoln.
This one was just for fun. I would not put this on a top 5 list, but I wanted to say this. Eugene.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Eugene is like a Gary. Eugene is like the slightly hipster version of Gary. Like just as boring, but slightly different type of person.
Probably going to be high most of the time is Eugene.
Yeah, but still not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Still not fun. I thought Charleston was interesting, though I don't know any Charlestons. I know that has been a name throughout time that has been used.
Okay.
Alexandrine, just okay.
I'd never even heard of those places.
All right. Let's see. I have Savannah or
Savannah.
Savannah Bobana.
Sister city to Savannah.
And then this was my number 6, but I couldn't get it on the list, and that's Madison.
Oh, I have Madison on honorable mention. I really thought about putting Madison on there. The ones I have are Madison, Jackson, but
Jackson's
they spell it
one.
differently than a lot of the douchebags that are now spelling it with an X. I'm not Jackson. I'm Jackson to the extreme with an X. I hate all those names. Jackson.
I actually just met a Jackson with an X like 2 weeks ago and thought, yep, you're the kind of person that would have an X in their name. There's no need for it. You don't need the X. You can be a CK.
I just wondered, like, did they name them Jackson because they seemed like the kind of person that would be a Jackson? Or did they, like, become Jackson? Like, what came first? The person or the name? Did the name get to him? It's like Derek. Every Derek I've ever known was a jerk.
Is the same person?
Always seemed to be the same kind of douchey person. Every Derek I've ever known. Lance, same with Lance.
Do you have any other ones?
Charlotte?
Okay, Charlotte. Yeah, that's a good one. Charlotte's a good one. Very popular name, I think, when we were having children. That's a very popular girl's name.
You have a lot in North Carolina. Raleigh. I've seen a Raleigh. Winston-Salem. Murfreesboro.
Winston's interesting. Winston could be.
Winston, but I don't think you can count that as Winston. Is there anybody? Do you know anybody named Detroit?
No. No. I was going to say Deidre, but that doesn't count.
If you were going to pick, if you had to be named after Detroit, would you be named Detroit or like Detroit? Like DEETROIT?
Oh, yeah. Definitely D, like with the accentuated
Detroit.
E, for sure. For sure.
God, what a dump. What an absolute dump. I can't think of any other ones. Napa, California doesn't have a lot.
Well,
I'm trying to think
you offended half our listening base.
In Detroit?
Yeah.
I mean, if it just now happened, I've been making fun of Detroit for a long time. It's really one of my pastimes. I love making fun. But it's not about the people of Detroit or Detroit. It's just about the fact that you like it.
I do. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else except Seattle.